WTF News Friday! What's up, fellow weird and wacky news junkies? Welcome to WTF News TV. I'm Sam.
And I'm Vanessa.
Let's get this party started off right. Coming in at the number 4 story, according to the Huffington Post, in Modesto, California, 3 men attempted to rob a convenience store, but instead got into a scuffle with the store clerk. In the middle of the confrontation, one of the would-be robbers actually shot the clerk in the ass.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Ow. But the crazy part of the story is the clerk walked away unscathed, not because he's invincible, but because his wallet, tucked in his back pocket, actually blocked the bullet. Talk about protecting your moneymaker. Yeah, maybe he had a titanium credit card.
Maybe he was the owner and we just didn't know.
True.
Ballin'. The number 3 story of the day, according to the Daily Mail. Monday of this week, hours before unemployment officials were to come over and see if 56-year-old Austrian man Hans Earl was fit to go back to work, seeing as to how he's been unemployed since 2003. Time to get back out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
He decided to take matters into his own hands, or shall I say, his own feet. Yes, he waited for his wife and children to leave the house, turned on the electric saw, sawed off his own foot.
No.
Threw the foot in the furnace so that it would be burned and not able to be reattached. When the ambulance arrived, he almost died from blood loss. Wow.
Wow, what a lazy ass.
Hey, how bad does that job have to be that you're willing to sacrifice a foot?
Right? Coming in at the number 2 story from our friends over at WTFnews.org. Yay! In Maryland, an armored truck was cruising down the freeway, minding its own business, when all of a sudden, what came pouring out from the back of the truck?
I bet it were rocks that hit my windshield and pissed me off.
I hate when that happens. No, it was actually a whole lot of dough. $5,700 and coins were spread out all over the highway. Of course, motorists immediately stopped to try and get their hands on the moolah. And it's created quite a bit of controversy because people are saying they should not have taken the money. They should have turned it in. I don't know. What would you have done?
You know that money was insured, so it's really a victimless crime. And first come, first serve. Money, 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 money.
I like it. You have a point, Vanessa. So what would you guys have done? We want to know. Tweet us or leave us a comment on Facebook or YouTube. Would you have taken the money for yourself, or would you have been a good Samaritan and turned it in? What's that sound? Yay! It's the Cractoid of the Week. All right, so an epic drag race took place just last week between, are you ready? The 1960s Batmobile, boo, 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 and the beast of a Batmobile, the Tim Burton ride. Which one do you think won?
You know what? As much as I love my little shirt today, I have to put my money on Tim Burton because he's a badass mofo.
He is a badass mofo, but you are wrong once again. What? Sorry, it was the 1960s Batmobile.
Coming in, and the number 1 story, boom! According to the Huffington Post, 29-year-old Sarah Butler has amassed a collection of holy baloney, My Little Pony. That's right, $31,000 worth of My Little Ponies. Over 1,000 ponies to be in fact, all kept in a pony room. Of course, where else would they be, right? Claims? Yes, I am a My Little Pony fan, and there is nothing wrong with that.
At least she owns it.
Girl, you're right. There is nothing wrong with that. Everyone is entitled to an obsession. I myself collect a bunch of Disney things. Samantha?
I collect corks.
Okay. And speaking of My Little Ponies and blasts from the past, 1980s, I'm talking about for those of you who lived it and loved it, rocked it, those of you who didn't but want to tune in. Next week in our season finale of WTF News TV, we are doing a special 80s themed episode. We'll be decked out in 80s gear. We will be talking about 80s stories. It's going to be a great 80s party. Do not miss it. But thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. We leave you now with the JPEG of the day, and we will see you rocking in 80s gear next week.